Your $50,000 salary could buy you a mansion in one country or barely cover rent in another. Number 8 will literally make you question everything you thought you knew about money. And no, it's not where you think. I spent 40 hours analyzing the real cost of living in 10 countries using 2025 data, and what I found is insane. New Zealand versus Australia? The truth is way more complicated than anyone tells you. But before we get there, stick around because I'm revealing the actual monthly budget breakdowns, the hidden costs no one talks about, and why the country at number 1 will let you retire in 8 years instead of 40. Oh, and if you're thinking Switzerland must be expensive, you're absolutely right. But watch what happens when I break down the real numbers. Real quick, smash that like button right now. Seriously, do it. According to YouTube, only 12% of you are subscribed, and that actually hurts the algorithm. Subscribe, and let's dive in starting at number 10. Number 10, Switzerland. Yeah, I know. You're thinking, wait, Switzerland is last? But everything there costs a fortune. And you're absolutely right. Here's the brutal truth. A coffee costs $8. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Zurich, $2,200 to $2,800 a month. The average Swiss salary is $90,000. So when you come in with your $50K, you're literally below the poverty line there. Your monthly breakdown: rent, $2,500. Food, $800 minimum. Transport, $200. Mandatory health insurance, $400. Fun money, negative $500, asterisk. You'd literally be going backwards $500 every month. Switzerland is gorgeous, the trains run on time, and the chocolate is incredible. But unless you're making Swiss money, your $50K disappears faster than your motivation on a Monday morning. This is reality, not Instagram. But hold on, before we continue, you need to see what happens at number 8. It's the most misunderstood country on this entire list. And when I show you the actual numbers, you'll understand why everyone gets it wrong. But first, let's talk about Norway. Number 9, Norway. Beautiful fjords, northern lights, free healthcare, and a cost of living that'll absolutely destroy you. Picture this. You're living in Oslo, you just got paid your monthly $4,166 from that $50K salary, and you're feeling good. Then reality hits. Rent for a decent one-bedroom, $1,400 to $1,800. Groceries, $600 to $700 because a single beer costs $12 at the store, not even at a bar. Public transport, $100. Healthcare, actually free. That's legitimately amazing. But here's the kicker. Your effective income tax is around 25 to 30% on $50K, so that $4,166 becomes about $3,000 a month after tax. After rent, you have $1,200 left. After food and transport, you're saving maybe $200 to $300 a month. You're not starving, the quality of life is incredible, but you're definitely not building wealth. Your $50K in Norway basically means you exist comfortably. You don't thrive financially. By the way, if you're still watching, drop a comment right now with the country you're watching from. I'm reading every single one, and I'll tell you exactly how far your money would go in today's number 1 spot. Okay, number 8. This is where everyone gets it completely wrong. Number 8, Singapore. And this is the most misunderstood country on earth when it comes to cost of living. Everyone says Singapore is so expensive, and they're half right. Singapore is selectively expensive. Here's what I mean. Yes, buying a car costs $100,000 because of government quotas. Yes, a cocktail at Marina Bay costs $20. Yes, if you rent like a tourist, a full one-bedroom private condo, you're paying $3,000 to $4,000 a month. At that rate, your $50K is gone. But here's the secret that locals know and nobody talks about. If you live like an actual Singaporean, rent a room in public HDB housing for $750 to $1,100, eat at hawker centers where a full meal costs $3 to $5, and use the insanely efficient MRT trains. Your 50K becomes a wealth-building machine. Here's the real budget for smart expats. Rent, $900 for a room in shared HDB flat, clean, safe, modern. Food, $400 if you eat at hawker centers 90% of the time, and the food is incredible. Healthcare, $80, world-class, government subsidized. Transport, $100, trains everywhere, ultra-modern. Taxes, 7% income tax on 50K equals $3,500 a year, asterisk, asterisk. After taxes, you're keeping $46,500 of your 50K. That's $3,875 a month. After all expenses, you're saving $1,400 every single month. That's $16,800 a year in pure savings. Singapore punishes tourists and people who refuse to adapt. But if you embrace the local lifestyle, hawker food, HDB living, MRT trains, your 50K stretches further than almost anywhere on Earth. The tax advantage alone is insane. 7% versus Europe's 30%? Do the math. The catch? You give up the expat luxury lifestyle. No private condo, no car, no fancy cocktails every weekend. But your bank account? It's exploding while everyone else complains about how expensive Singapore is. And that's only number 8. Wait until you see the New Zealand versus Australia showdown at numbers 5 and 6, because the real data for 2025 completely changes the story everyone's been telling. But first, Germany. Number 7, Germany. The land of efficiency, beer, and surprisingly reasonable living costs, if you pick the right city. Now, everyone talks about Berlin, but here's the truth. Berlin's housing market in 2025 is brutal. Finding a one-bedroom apartment for under $1,400 to $1,500 as a newcomer is nearly impossible because of the registration system and housing shortage. So let's set you up in Leipzig or Essen instead. Amazing German cities where your money actually works. Rent, $1,200 for a solid one-bedroom. Food, $350. Transport, $90. Incredible public transit. Healthcare, $400. Comprehensive statutory insurance. Tax, 25% effective on 50K equals $3,125 per month after tax, asterisk, asterisk. After expenses, $1,085 left for savings and fun. That's about $13,000 a year you can bank. Germany is solid, great quality of life, incredible infrastructure, safe, efficient, and your money actually stretches. You get European lifestyle without London or Paris prices. But it's not the best value. That's coming up. All right, quick question. Do you think USA cracks the top 5? Comment yes or no right now, because the answer might surprise you. Okay, number 6, Australia. Number 6, Australia. Beaches, sunshine, high wages, and rent that will absolutely drain you. Let's put you in Sydney, Australia's most expensive city, but also where most jobs are. Rent, $2,000 to $2,100 for a one-bedroom unit. Food, $500. Transport, $150. Healthcare, $200. Medicare helps, but doesn't cover everything. Tax, 22% effective on 50K equals $3,242 per month after tax, asterisk, asterisk. After expenses, you're left with about $200 to $300 a month. That's it. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Everyone assumes Australia is the place to go in the Southern Hemisphere. The wages are high, the weather's perfect, the lifestyle's incredible. But there's a problem. The cost of living eats almost everything. You're living well day to day, but you're barely saving. So what about New Zealand? Let's see if the grass is actually greener across the Tasman Sea. Number 5, New Zealand. And here's where we need to kill the myth and give you the real 2025 data. Everyone online says New Zealand is cheaper than Australia. And on paper, it looks that way. But the reality is way more complicated. Living in Auckland, New Zealand's biggest city. Rent, $1,000 to $1,200. Yes, that's $600 to $1,000 less than Sydney. Food, $450 to $500. Here's the problem. Groceries in New Zealand are 15 to 20% more expensive than Australia because everything's imported. Transport, $120. Healthcare, $150. Mostly free public system. Tax, 17% effective on $50K equals $3,416 per month after tax. Asterisk asterisk. After expenses, you have about $700 to $900 left monthly. That's still way better than Australia's $200. So here's the real story. New Zealand does beat Australia on rent and taxes. You'll save more money in Auckland than Sydney on $50K. That part is true. The tax system is simpler, and there's no capital gains tax, which is huge if you're investing. But, and this is important, New Zealand is going through a cost of living crisis right now. Grocery bills are insane. Fuel is expensive. Wages are lower than Australia. So why do Australians still move to New Zealand? It's not purely about money anymore. It's about lifestyle, less crowded, more nature, slower pace, better work-life balance. If you're chasing pure savings, New Zealand wins. If you want higher earning potential long-term, Australia might be better. The truth? New Zealand is the better choice for your $50K right now in 2025. But it's not the blowout everyone claims. It's a strategic $700 a month savings advantage, not a miracle. If you're getting value from this, make sure you're subscribed because next week I'm breaking down the best cities within these countries. And some of them will cut your costs by 40%. Now, top 4. This is where it gets really good. Number 4, Japan. If you want culture, safety, and incredible food, Japan absolutely delivers. Living in Tokyo. Rent, $900 to $1,000, small but efficient apartments. Food, $350. Eating out is cheap and delicious. Transport, $100, best train system in the world. Healthcare, $200, national insurance. Tax, 15% effective on $50K equals $3,541 per month after tax. Asterisk asterisk. After expenses, $1,683 left monthly. That's over $20,000 a year in savings. Japan is a vibe. Lowest crime rate on earth, incredible respect culture, food quality that'll ruin every other country for you. Your $50K here means you're comfortable, saving real money, and experiencing one of the world's most unique cultures. Plus, if you're a digital nomad, bringing that $50K from abroad, you're living like royalty. Solid choice. But we're not done yet. Number 3, United Kingdom. London specifically, because let's be real, that's where most opportunities are. But I need to correct something. London rents have skyrocketed in 2025. So here's the real budget. Rent, $2,600 to $2,700 for a Zone 2 to 3 one-bedroom flat. Not $2,000 like it used to be. Food, $400. Transport, $180, 2 pass. Healthcare, free. NHS, legitimately amazing. Tax, 23% effective on $50K equals $3,208 per month after tax. Asterisk asterisk. After expenses, around $300 left monthly. Tight. UK is interesting. London gives you access to all of Europe, incredible history, world-class museums, and English as the primary language. Huge for career growth and networking. You're not balling out on $50K, but you're living in one of the world's most connected cities. The play? Use London for 2 to 3 years to build your career and network. Then leverage that into a remote role or a higher salary elsewhere. London is an investment in your future, not a savings destination. Okay, top 2. One is North America. One is honestly pretty expected. And number 1? It's going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about building wealth on $50,000. Let's go. Number 2, Canada. Specifically, Montreal or Calgary. Not Toronto or Vancouver, because those cities will drain you just like Sydney. Living in Montreal. Rent, $1,300 to $1,400. Went up slightly in 2025. Food, $350. Transport, $90. Healthcare, free, Canadian Universal Healthcare. Tax, 25% effective on $50K equals $3,125 per month after tax, asterisk, asterisk. After expenses, $1,385 monthly savings. That's about $16,600 a year. Canada is the perfect blend. First world infrastructure, high quality of life, insane nature. Like Banff and Jasper are unreal, and your $50K actually builds wealth. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Plus, if you're American, it's right next door. Easy move. And Canada's immigration pathways are way more accessible than most countries on this list. But there's one country where your $50,000 doesn't just go far, it goes so far that you could realistically build serious wealth in under a decade if you're strategic. Number 1, United States. But not where you think. Forget New York, LA, San Francisco, Boston, Seattle. Those cities will eat your $50K alive. I'm talking about Tier 2 cities that are booming. Austin, Texas. Raleigh, North Carolina. Columbus, Ohio. Phoenix, Arizona. Living in Austin, Texas. Rent, $1,300 to $1,600. Cooling due to massive apartment supply. Food, $300. Transport, $200. You need a car, gas, insurance. Healthcare, $300. Employer-sponsored with deductible. Tax, 15% effective combined federal-state on $50K equals $3,541 per month after tax. Texas has no state income tax, asterisk, asterisk. After expenses, $1,000 to $1,300 monthly savings. But here's the real advantage. The United States has the highest earning potential for career growth on Earth, the strongest currency globally, low taxes compared to Europe, massive entrepreneurial opportunities, tech hubs, finance centers, healthcare innovation. Every industry pays top dollar, asterisk, asterisk. Your $50K in the USA isn't just about living. It's a launching pad. In 3 years, that $50K becomes $70 to $80K if you're strategic about switching jobs or negotiating. In 5 years, $100 to $120K is absolutely realistic in tech, finance, healthcare, or sales. The ceiling in America is unlimited if you're ambitious. Other countries offer great quality of life and work-life balance, but America offers growth and wealth building. And here's the ultimate strategy. Spend 5 years in a U.S. Tier 2 city. Grow your $50K into $120K. Save aggressively. Then move to Japan, New Zealand, Portugal, or Thailand and live like absolute royalty on your U.S. savings and remote income. That's the real hack. America is the wealth accelerator. Everywhere else is where you enjoy that wealth. So here's the truth. Where your $50K goes furthest depends on what you value right now in 2025. Want immediate savings and incredible infrastructure? Singapore if you live local, or Japan. Want quality of life, nature, and solid savings? New Zealand or Canada. Want career growth and long-term wealth building? USA Tier 2 cities, 100%. Australia sounds amazing until you realize you're broke every month. Norway offers incredible quality of life, but you're barely saving. Switzerland? Unless you're already making 6 figures, skip it. UK London? It's a career investment, not a savings play. The smartest move for 2025? Start in a US Tier 2 city. Grow your income aggressively for 3 to 5 years. Build 60 to 100,000 in savings. Then move to a high-quality, lower-cost country and live your absolute best life on your terms. That's the real strategy nobody talks about. Don't just optimize for today, optimize for the next decade. If this completely changed how you think about money and location, I need you to watch my next video, the 5 countries where you can retire on $2,000 a month. I'm breaking down Portugal, Thailand, Mexico, and 2 others that nobody talks about. It's going to blow your mind. That video is right there. Click it now. And if you want me to break down a specific city, like Lisbon, Tokyo, or Dubai, drop in the comments. I'm making a part 2 based entirely on your requests. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Your future self will thank you. Peace.